Oh, welcome back, you lovely bunch. Thanks for tuning in again. I hope you're all doing good. Look at this. Is this not an absolute thing of beauty, this bike? Oh, GRX 12-speed goodness. And honestly, this works absolutely perfectly, straight out the box. I've done barely any tweaking. It's a little twist of the barrel adjuster and they're absolutely spot on. But I wouldn't expect anything less from Shimano. Like, honestly, their group sets are always like impeccable and there is like no faff. It's not electric, so it is just whack the cable through and we're done. Actually, one thing I did notice, look, it's now has a clutch. Yeah, see, so that'll stop this moving about when you're getting all funky and off-roady. They may have had a clutch for a while. The last one that I had was like the first incarnation of GRX and it didn't have a clutch, but look, this is much chunkier, so I don't think there's any worry about that one getting a beating or broken or stopping working. I mean, the old one wasn't as chunky and I had no issues at all with that, so high expectations. And honestly, I'm so happy with this build. I'm so happy with this build. It's a bit windy, but it's sunny and I've got a new bike, so we're going to take in some roads, some gravel, and it's all very dry and non-muddy, which is good because it means I don't have to clean it. But yeah, here we go. I'll give you a little bike check later on, but right now we're going to head down here and go do some exploring. Let's go. This is a very steep hill. I say this is exactly the reason I picked the 10 to 51 cassette. It's kind of a road. I mean, it's a road by Devon standards. Like, we have 3 different kinds of like concrete and tarmac there and loads of holes. But my gearing, oh my God, it's like perfect. I know a lot of rear cassettes are getting bigger and bigger, and this is obviously because we're eliminating the need for like 2 chainrings up the front. And to keep the ratios, you need to have a bigger cassette. Oh, honestly, I welcome that with open arms. I do. I embrace it so much. Best thing ever, giant cassettes. Love them. I mean, would I run a one by on a road bike? Nah, not around here. But on a gravel bike, a 10 to a 51, like, I'm still putting out like a decent amount of power to get up this. But if I do want to chill, like, I have that option. I mean, I should probably chill a bit considering I'm talking to you, but just a quick check-in to say I made the right choice when it came to cassette size. And honestly, with my fitness not being where I want it to be, I do like having the extra choice of gears, the option to make everything a little bit easier once I get that fitness back. I don't know if this camera does this justice. It probably doesn't. There's like the whole like GoPro like fisheye effect. So this is like that. So I just came blasting down the hill, around the corner, and do you know when you go into a climb and you're in the wrong gear and you know that your gears are about to take a beating? I just like full swept shifted like across like 3 gears, and honestly, look, it just went straight into the big ring. So I was pinning it over those trails then, and that was just like rocks, roots, lumps, bumps, and I purposefully did not turn on the clutch because I wanted to know if the chain would drop. Just riding without it, you know, because quite often I don't ride with a clutch on and I don't really feel I need to, like, and it's really rocky and rooty here. So I'm pleased to say, didn't need the clutch. Bike handled it really well actually, and carbon feels so much nicer than aluminium over the rough stuff. I'm having a mega ride, I really am. So yeah, shifting absolutely spot on. The gear ranges, I mean, you can get like a 10 to a 45 or a 10 to a 51, Personally, if you're riding somewhere hilly, just go for the 51. You're never really going to moan about having too easy a gear to ride. So for me, 10 to 51, I mean, it's spot on, you know. I don't really feel like I need a 9-tooth at the bottom. I don't feel like I need any bigger than a 51, especially running a 40-tooth up the front. The brakes feel very similar to the old GRX brakes, but again, the GRX brakes were really good, so the brakes feel really good. I do notice the disc is slightly different. It is like a bit beefier. But again, I had the really, really old GRX, so I'm not sure if this has been like the disc for quite some time, or if this is like a new one. Again, I should probably check these things, but you know, just letting you know. This is something I'm particularly happy about, this bolt right there. So now to change your brake pads, you don't have to use a screwdriver, you just use an Allen key, and it's just so much better. Anyone that's changed like brake pads in Shimano, and it was the old flathead screwdriver thing, I mean, it never works. They seize up, you kind of break it, it's a pain in the arse to change. So thank you, Shimano, for finally putting in a bolt. Yeah, very happy with that. But yeah, quick chat through the bike. We have obviously Shimano GRX 12-speed group set, Marin headlands frame set, size 56, WTB Gravellier saddle, WTB Radler tyres, 44x700. I've got these Steyr carbon wheels. But I was actually thinking of running my WTB carbon wheels instead, just because they're a bit newer and it'll give me like that new bike feeling. What else have I got? Yoleo bar and stem combo. This is the gravel one, so they are actually flared a little bit, if you can see. Nice and comfy, and then like a dead skinny stem. Actually, it's really skinny, and I always actually chop down my steerer too much, because now if I wanted to put a normal stem on, it would be very slammed, but I like it slammed, so I'm just going to leave it. And then this Chinelli Mike Giant like bar tape, because it's gold and it matches the gold and it's all matchy. But yeah, that is my bike, and it's a blooming lovely one, and I'm going to go ride it some more. So let's go do some pedaling. I did ask the question, do you need 12 speed? Is 11 speed enough? Like, that's the thing, isn't it? 11 speed is more than enough. Like, you could have a good ride on a 10 speed, but what 12 speed does is it just eliminates the big jumps between gears. So the more gears we have, the smoother it is. And then over a long ride, the fatigue becomes less, because you're not like jumping between gears. There's not like as much variation between your efforts, and it is just a smoother ride. It's obviously a bigger jump between the cogs at the rear on a 10 to a 51 than a 10 to a 45. Do I notice? Don't really notice any difference. It feels actually very smooth. It doesn't feel like there's huge jumps. Like the two biggest cogs, it does feel like there's quite a jump from the third to the second to the first, but not in a bad way, just in a very nice, like, oh, I could get up anything in this kind of way. Let me know down below, are you running 12 speed, big cassette, small cassette? Are you running a 3x? What is it you've got on your bike? Right, thank you as always for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Oh, and tell me what you think of my bike. I mean, only if it's nice, just tell me you like it in the comments. Right, catch you later, bye.